the pass rush has been known for.
Pass rush is abysmal. Pass rush is embarrassing. Pass rush is honestly disgusting. Like, it needs to get better. There's no reason for you to only have 1 sack through 2 weeks with what we expected to be out of Aidan Hutchinson and the team around him. The other guys need to step up. I know it's not on Hutch, but you got to get the guy down eventually. I need to see you take him to the ground. He's been playing great. He's been all over the field making plays, getting pressures, but pressures only count in horseshoes and hand grenades. Like, you need to go out there and you need to get him down on the ground. He needs some help from other guys on this team. We need Lee McNeil to step up. Charles Harris has been fucking nowhere to be found, lost in translation. Like, what the hell is he doing out there? You got to have somebody else that can be better than what Charles Harris is giving you, because he's giving you absolute dog shit. So you need to go out there, and I don't know if it's stunting. I don't know if it's sending blitzes, sending a safety down. You need to do something to put pressure on the quarterback. Not just put pressure on the quarterback, to put him on the fucking turf. I'm done with the pressures. I want sacks. I don't care about pressures. I want sacks. You can cut that all you want. I want to see them go out there and put that man on the turf. It needs to happen. Big sack energy. Aidan,
Sack energy.
like, I understand you're doing your thing, bro. I can only ask you for so much, but you're the only one we got right now. You got to throw that man on the ground.
Yeah, Glover Quinn came on, and as always, he said the most, I guess, eloquent way. Or you have Micah Parsons, who's behind Aidan in sacks. I'm sorry, in pressures. But yet alone has way more sacks.
Yes.
How is Micah Parsons able to get schemed up and open for these opportunities at the quarterback, and Aidan isn't? Now, obviously, there's an obvious conversation that maybe Micah Parsons is better, which I believe is also part of the case. But also, as a defensive coordinator, we need AG to step up and give Aidan Hutchinson these opportunities to get these one-on-one matchups with whoever it is to get to the quarterback. Because obviously, he's the only one there available to do it, and we have to send him in whatever type of special packages we need to get it done. I saw a lot of people complaining about Houston stepping back into coverage and whatever the hell else. You guys all loved it when Aidan Hutchinson was getting interceptions last year. You guys are all over, oh, it's so genius, it's so brilliant. The same thing, too. Another difference is James Houston literally played the Sam linebacker position, which can drop back into coverage to the linebacking position. But I'm concerned
Mike Bell
about
in the Woodward Sports Chat makes a good point. He says, I think we are all underestimating the loss of Pascal.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it's the guy could get pressure from the inside. The guy could do multiple things. You need that. You need John Kaminsky to play the inside. You need him to start picking it up and get some pressures on the quarterback. You need a Lee McNeil in his body transformation to be able to push that guard back in Desmond Ritter's lap and make some noise.
Yeah. We are missing Josh Pascal in many ways. I think maybe, I don't want to even think about it. Maybe miss him in the run defense too. But they still contain Kenneth Walker to 42 yards. Again, that's some of the most impressive 2 to 4 yard runs I've ever seen. People was breaking 4 to 5 tackles.
That's all he did at MSU.
But there's another dynamic back that the Detroit Lions held to less than 50 yards. With Kenneth Walker, I think they could do in the runs, the passing game. I just don't know how they're gonna do it without sacrificing somewhat in the air. I think they're gonna have to do a couple different blitzes, or maybe just move Aidan around, maybe make him a roaming. I don't know how you fix it. I'm not the defensive coordinator. It's not my job to figure it out.
No.
But for the sake of defending Glenn, I hope AG does.
It's on Aaron Glenn. This is a big game for Aaron Glenn. This is probably the most important game of Aaron Glenn's tenure in Detroit.
I think that's fair.
Because you cannot allow Desmond Ridder to come in here and look like he has a pulse. That cannot happen.
What are you going to say, Chris?
I was just going to say the simple solution is if the pass rush sucks, just abandon it completely. Put Aidan Hutchinson in the backfield. You know he's going to get interceptions. The dude can get interceptions. Just add another safety. Aidan Hutchinson safety. Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah, he did it before. AG's done it before. Do you think he'll do it, though, is the question now?
Arthur Smith does look like a pedo.
He does look like a pedo. He's either like a pedo or on the SWAT team. The freaking cop mustache.
I'm searching for pedo.
I have a little something on the Atlanta Falcons. Because Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. This team right now is eerily similar to a couple years ago from the Tennessee Titans. They have a star running back. They have one star safety in Jesse Bates. They have one star wide receiver in Drake London. What were the Tennessee Titans when he was there? One star wide receiver, A.J. Brown. One star wide running back, Derrick Henry, Kevin Byard. This is very similar. So I think he's running this team very similarly to how he was back then, and it's it's working out for him, honestly.
Yeah,
2 games of the season, but who've they played?
Green Bay and Carolina.
Although I do think Green Bay is gonna be all
You
right.
played a rookie quarterback in his first career NFL game, and then you played, like you said, Parker and Aaron Jones-less Green Bay.
Yeah, and Christian Watson-less too.
Yeah.
And David Bakhtiari-less too.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think that kind of plays into the Lions' favors. They haven't had that fall yet that the Lions have had so far this season. Like, that losing to Seattle was a very, very big wake-up call for the Lions.
This is going to be the most energized Lions team we've seen in a long time. I think the will of this team alone is not going to allow them to lose this game.
I loved that clip Dan Campbell had yesterday of, he started off with saying, "Man, I hate losing, but I love where we're at."
Yeah.
That just got me fired up when he started talking about this is exactly where we want to be. I know what we got in this locker room. I know we'll respond. Like, I love that shit.
It's literally a piece of humble pie they got this weekend. And I don't think they're in over their heads by any means. I felt like they were still concentrated and focused on the mission, but like, sometimes you need to be humble to be reminded. It's any given Sunday out there, and you have to give it your best every single time. And every single opportunity you have the chance to make a play, go out there and do it. I mean, that's how Dan Campbell coaches. That's how Dan Campbell is as a human being. So I think you definitely need to. I mean, I don't like that they lost, but I agree. I think this gives a little shot in the arm they needed.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth when you are coming off the high of beating the Super Bowl champions to go into your home game, team's hyped up, you lose a couple serious players due to injury, and you lose to a team that you should have beat. It's not going to taste well. It's not going to taste good. You need to go out there and you need to take care of business against the Atlanta Falcons because this is a team you should beat. At home, coming off that loss, even with the injuries, you should beat this team.
Yeah, the injuries again, too. If you guys missed it, Kirby Joseph sat out again today in practice. Almiron St. Brown was back. Taylor Decker, Kirby we're seeing on the sidelines working with trainers. I don't know what that means. And if I didn't hear it myself, at least I can't remember the statement, but somebody mentioned, whether it was in the Woodward Sports chat yesterday or on my Twitter at some point, that Dan Campbell said some guys are going to miss this week. They're going to play in Thursday's game. And some guys aren't going to play in the Thursday's game. They're going to play this week. And I'm curious, like, how that pertains to the Kirby Joseph and Taylor Decker thing.
Yeah.
You know? I'm assuming those would be the two guys to miss. And then
I'd rather
be
have Taylor
back for the
Decker play
divisional
this game and then Kirby play on Thursday, if that's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I mean, Desmond Ridder, as like mid, I guess maybe the word, as mid as he is, doesn't throw a lot of like interceptions. He throws a lot.
Because he doesn't throw a lot of passes.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, you got to throw the ball more than 3 times a game.
I think he only had like 140 something yards the week 1, and then week 2 obviously had 240 something, but they're in a position where they had to.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I mean they did well. I mean he threw a pick 6 straight to Yair Alexander and he dropped it. Threw a couple of like interceptable balls too. One to Quay Walker as well. I don't know if that's to the Packers defense because I do think they got a solid defense, or just to him making boneheaded decisions and just getting kind of like lucky with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kirby is one I want in this game for that reason. You know, to take the ball away from them, and then we could just dominate the ball, hopefully running it like we like to do.
Who do you guys think is going to be the biggest benefactor on the defense for the – well, not benefactor. Who do you think is going to be the biggest X factor for the Lions against the Falcons this week for the defense?
I think it needs to be Ali McNeil. I think I need to see Ali McNeil, first of all, stuffing the run and then going out there in passing downs and creating some push from the interior defensive line. It needs to be Ali McNeil. He needs to have a monster game.
I think it's I don't know what situation it is with the linebacker. I know they like to like swap him out every once in a while. I think it's Tracy Walker. You have a guy in there that's obviously great against defending the run. He has 200 tackles in the past 2 years he actually played, and then he also can play the pass too. He's originally a free safety. In this situation, he's kind of knocked down to that strong safety. He can deliver that too. But that's a guy you're looking to both play against the run and play against the pass too. And way to burn a topic we had, Parker. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think a guy like Brian Branch and Tracy Walker are guys that definitely need to go to the next level on Sunday. Like, Brian Branch, we've seen what he can do against Kansas City. Can he do the exact same, not even the exact same thing, can he do somewhat similar to what he did in Kansas City against Atlanta?
I mean, as I said yesterday. Actually, no, I said it in the Bruder and Broner Sports chat. Bruder and Broner show in their chat yesterday. I think Brian Branch is due for a turnover this week.